Welcome to Corey's Conscious Living.
Hello, my favourite friend. If you haven't joined Cat Club yet, please talk to your mum, your dad, your guardians, your grandparents, whoever it is that's in charge, and ask them if you can join the Cat Club. You'll get 3 exclusive Heidi, Cherry and Vaya stories every month on the 7th of the month. I hope you can join and become part of the family. Namaste, my little friend. Enjoy your story. Are you ready to meditate with Corey? Are you ready to be as still as you can, as quiet as a mouse? Lay still in your bed. Don't move or twitch or scratch. Don't do anything. This is a very, very special meditation story. It's almost Halloween. The cats were a little bit sad. Even though they'd had a dress-up party and they'd all got together and had fun with the dogs and their friends and everything, the party wasn't that much fun because they had to stay so far away from each other. What with not being able to have social gatherings and all of that stuff. So, the cats decided they were going to do something very, very special on their own. In their own home, they were going to be witches. Actual witches. They were going to make their own witch party. Each one of them dressed up as a witch in their own special way. Heidi had a long, long witch's cape and a big pointy hat and black glasses. Cherry had a black OMG t-shirt on with sparkling red OMG letters on the front and a red sparkly witch hat with red sparkly baggy pants that looked very cool. They were like balloon pants that had elastic at the bottom. Vaya had a black glittery princess dress with a black hat, black gloves, and she even wore a black mask. She looked very elegant. They were going to make spells. They were witches, after all. And Heidi had been reading lots of witch books that had interesting spells and potions and all different things that you could create in a cauldron, just like a witch. You would add all different ingredients, and then eventually the potion would come true and the magic would happen and the spell would work and they would get exactly what they wanted. They'd been thinking about what they wanted, each of them, for days. Cherry had finally decided what she wanted. When I make my potion, I've been thinking about it a lot, as you know. We all have, because this is so important. Because, you know, you only get one magic wish with one magic potion, right? Unless we want to be witches for like 14 weeks and like keep making potion after potion after potion, then we might as well make the best of this little occasion that we're having together for Halloween. And on actual Halloween, when there's all that magic happening and there's so much going on the planet, this is like the perfect time to make a special potion. All the energies are just right. Everything is just right. And I am making a magic potion, a witch's brew, a tincture. Is that what you say, Heidi? Tincture. That's it, isn't it? Heidi said, yes, it's a tincture, a special potion that you drink that has healing powers. Yeah, that's it. My special potion is going to make me a famous singer. Right, said Heidi. Vaya said, that's a good one, Cherry. Me thinks you'd be very good at that. Cherry said, yeah, I know. I could actually be a famous singer without the magical potion. But since we're using magical potions to just get like a boost on the planet and like a fast forward in what we want, then I thought, go for it, Cherry. Go for it. You're so good at singing. You're so famous already. You're so popular with everyone. Everyone loves me. I thought, if I just had this like little bit of an edge, just a little bit of a gift from our magic potion, then I could be famous tomorrow. I could wake up in the morning and just be like a blast. There's blasted through Instagram. There's like a blasted through all the social media platforms, and I would be so famous. So that's my potion. For my potion, I need a bug. Any bug will do. It says I need a bug. They went searching all over the house for a bug. They found a tiny little ant. The ant didn't look very happy about being captured. Cherry had a moment. I don't think I like this. Can we try and find a dead bug? Because I feel really bad. I don't want to kill this little... It's going to drown in me potion. I don't like it. No, scrap that. Be free. Be free, ant. Be free. Get me a bug that's dead. They went looking in all the corners of the house, underneath the bed and places where there could possibly be a dead bug. They eventually found a dead fly on one of the windowsills in the kitchen. Perfect, said Cherry. Throw it in the cauldron. They had a cast iron pot over a pretend fireplace in the middle of the living room. Right, now it says I need shampoo. I don't know why, but it does. It says I need shampoo. It has to be blue shampoo. Does anybody have any blue shampoo in the bathrooms? Vaya said, me does. Awesome. I knew it. I knew one of us would. Go get it. Put 3 drops of blue shampoo in my potion. Now I need some sugar. Sugar, it says, is supposed to make me very sweet. And, you need to be sweet when you're famous and popular, because you can't be a nasty person, can you? Can you imagine being famous and popular and saying, no, sorry, can't sign your autograph. I'm too popular. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? So yeah, I definitely need sugar. 4 scoops of sugar, it says. They went through all the ingredients in Cherry's potion, her magic potion, to become a famous singer. They mixed it and stirred it and said some magic words. Kabash, kabush, singing so good. Kabash, kabush, I'll be so good. Kabash, kabush, yeah, make it happen. Cherry bashed her magic wand on the side of the cauldron, as if to say, bam, it's done. She was testing her new, famous voice. It sounded delicious. Then they moved on to Heidi. Heidi had a very, very, very magical potion in mind. She had been thinking about what she would design, what she would invent if she was an inventor. The wheel had already been invented, toilets had already been invented, the telephone had been invented. What could she design in today's world that would be awesome? She came up with an idea. This is my idea, she said. I've decided to make a magical pen. A pen that automatically draws whatever you're thinking. Ooh, said Cherry. Wow, Heidi, that's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. It's going to be so much fun. Vaya said, oh, me thinks that's amazing. What a great idea. Heidi said, first of all, I need a shell from the ocean, and we have to break up the shell and sprinkle it into the cauldron. It just so happens that Cherry had collected handfuls and handfuls of shells the last time they went to the beach, so she ran to her bedroom and got one of the shells and brought it back. Cherry stomped on it a few times and crushed it up, and then Heidi gathered all the crushed shell pieces and sprinkled them into the cauldron. It also needs a rainbow, said Heidi. It doesn't say what kind of rainbow. I don't imagine I could find a real rainbow. Cherry said, OMG! I have an OMG rainbow t-shirt. It's like OMG in rainbow colours, and it's like definitely a rainbow. I bet that would work. Heidi said, yes, I think it will. Go get the t-shirt. Cherry ran and got the t-shirt, came back with it, and they threw it in the cauldron. The last thing on Heidi's list was a pan scrubber. Cherry said, what? Yeah, Heidi said, that's what it says on the list, a pan scrubber. Vaya said, well, me knows where I can get one of those. She went to the kitchen, got the pan scrubber off the sink, brought it back in the room, and threw it in the cauldron. Heidi stirred the ingredients with her magical wand. Abracadabra! Abracadabra genius! Abracadabra invention genius! Abracadabra, I am a genius inventor, and I am going to invent this genius pen! Abracadabra! She banged her stick on the side of the cauldron, as if to say, bam! It's done. They waited for magic. Nothing seemed to happen. But Heidi said, I do have a rumbly-tumbly. I definitely have tummy rumbles, yes. Yes, I think something is happening. I'm trusting that that's exactly what's happening. Let's move on. Let's move on to Vaya. Vaya had her own magical wish. Ever since she was little, when she watched the movie Wizard of Oz, she fell in love with Glenda the Good Witch. She wanted to make it so that, just like Glenda the Good Witch, she could float around in a big giant bubble, dressed in her most prettiest princess dress. But she would be a witch, like Glenda, a good witch. All right then, said Cherry. Let's do it. What do we need? Vaya said, well, it says we need the horn of a unicorn. Cherry said, oh no, that's not very nice. That would be awful. That's like taking a horn off a rhino or taking the husks off elephants. That's so sad and so mean and so cruel. No, Vaya, no, we can't do that. Heidi said, wait a minute. I have a toy unicorn in my bedroom. Maybe that would work. And we don't have to take the unicorn's horn off it. We can just throw the whole thing in there. Vaya said, me thinks that's just fine. And I like that idea much better than a real unicorn horn. That would just be horrific. Cherry said, good idea. Okay, go get it. What's next? Vaya said, it says I need a plate. Just an ordinary plate from the kitchen. She went into the kitchen, grabbed hold of a plate out of the plate cupboard, and then just threw it in the cauldron. What's next? Said Cherry. Final thing, it says I need an old shoe. What? Said Cherry. Your potion's crazy. All right then, I know exactly where there's an old shoe. I'll go get one of Dad's out of the cupboard. They ran and got one of Dad's shoes out the cupboard and threw it in the cauldron. Vaya mixed her potion with her magical wand over and over again and said the magical words, oh potion, oh magical potion, make me a bubble as big as me, and then we will see how wonderful I can be in a magical potion, bubble, oh potion, oh potion, oh potion. And then she banged her magical wand on the side of the cauldron as if to say, bam, it's complete. All of a sudden, she said she felt funny, like she felt like she was rising up off the ground. But she wasn't. Cherry said, you're not? You're right there on the floor, look, your paws are on the floor. Vaya said, but me feels like I'm floating. Oh, I do, I think it's definitely worked. It feels like I'm floating. Cherry said, well, whatever you want, Vaya, I'm just saying your paws are definitely on the ground and there's no bubble around you. Not yet, anyway. You know, after all that, I'm kind of hungry. And then I I think we should just go to sleep. And then maybe when we get up tomorrow, it'll be all like, it'll be done, it'll be ready, and we'll be famous, and we'll be inventors, and we'll be Bubbles. Oh, I just can't wait. All right, let's eat really, really fast, but not that fast that you get indigestion. Fast enough to still enjoy your food, but not too slow that you sat there for like 14 hours eating your sandwich. Anyway, yeah, let's eat really fast, and then we'll go to sleep, and then sorry, and then when we wake up in the morning, we'll be our famous selves and everything. You watch, because Halloween is so magical and so special and so magical, and this new moon is so magical and so special. No, not new moon, full moon. This full moon is so magical and so special, and oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be fantastic because we can't go out for Halloween, and it's really depressing and boring. And think about it, all the kids all over the world can't go trick-or-treating because of everything that's happening, and it's so depressing and boring, and this is like going to take away all my depression and all my boredom, and I'm going to be so happy and so thrilled when I'm famous. All right, come on. They went in the kitchen, they ate their sandwiches, they went to bed, they snuggled up on their bed, and they eventually, after talking for a while, even though Cherry didn't want to, she wanted to sleep, make the magic happen, and then get up. They finally fell to sleep. They had the most amazing, magical Halloween dream. Cherry was on stage. She was singing. She was singing her favourite song. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. I should be so lucky in love. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. The crowd was going bonkers. She was like 10 million, 20 million, 40 million followers on Instagram. It was just going up. The numbers were flashing by in her mind. She was famous everywhere. She was standing on the side of the stage, signing autographs, receiving gifts through the mail. Everyone was talking about her on the news. It was just like the bestest, famousest dream anyone could ever have. Heidi was dreaming about her pen. She was drawing artwork more famous than Picasso. It was like the best pictures, because her mind was so imaginative. Everything she thought of just plopped out onto the paper, and it was done in the most stylish, most professional, most artistic manner. She was just a natural artist, but this pen that she'd invented meant anyone who had it would be a natural artist. Everything that they thought about came true in the form of a picture. It was the bestest dream. Vaya was floating around on her bubble. But she wasn't just floating down, around, over the trees or the houses. She was floating like Superman flies around the planet. She was doing that, but in her princess bubble, in her Glenda the Good Witch bubble. But she was floating faster than the speed of light. And wherever she stopped, she waved her magic wand, and magic happened over that part of the world. No children were hungry. No pets were being harmed. No animals were going extinct. The world was green and healthy. The planet had lots of fresh air. Life was good. The magic that she created in her bubble healed the entire world. It was the bestest dream. The cats, all three of them, had the bestest Halloween dreams anyone could ever have. The end.